Sarah stands in the attic window, fairy lights dimmed to a single strand that flickers like a heartbeat about to give out, casting long shadows across the sage-green walls that seem to breathe with her. The driveway is empty, the porch light off, the house asleep, but the air still hums with the ghost of an engine. Her hoodie is zipped to her chin, sleeves pushed up, wrists bare, paint under her nails from a canvas she abandoned hours ago. A single headlight beam lingers in her memory, burned into her retinas like a negative, replaying on loop. Her voice is low, raw, still humming with the engine's idle, the weight of a silence that lasted too long, and the faint scent of gasoline that clings to the curtains like a confession she never asked for. You guys will never believe what happened. I'm Sarah, no last name, just the girl who writes Seabrook's secrets before they bleed. And this story? It's happening right now, 2:14 a.m. on the morning after my 18th birthday, and I'm telling it while the driveway is still warm from his tires. The porch light is still off. The faint smell of gasoline clings to the air like a confession, and the echo of gravel under boots refuses to fade. I'd stopped waiting. That was the plan. No more checking the window. Every 5 minutes. No more leaving the porch. Light on like a lighthouse for a ship that never sailed. No more writing the black. Car into every story, every draft, every hidden notebook under my bed. I deleted the drafts. Burned the sketches in the backyard fire pit until the smoke smelled like regret. Told myself he was gone. Harlan.salt and pepper hair. Gray eyes that measure souls. The man who fixed the porch step with steady hands said, "Good night," like it was forever, and never came back. The party had ended hours earlier. Cake. Crumbs scattered like confetti casualties across the kitchen table. Candles melted into waxy puddles that hardened into tiny monuments to wishes I never voiced. The faint scent of vanilla frosting and cheap champagne lingered like a hangover. My parents had retreated to their room, Dad's snores rumbling through the walls like distant thunder, Mom's soft breathing a counter rhythm. I'd been pacing the attic in Dad's old hoodie, threadbare, smelling of cedar and old books and pajama shorts, the fabric soft against my skin, counting heartbeats, trying to outrun the ache of 18, that strange, hollow freedom that felt more like a cage than wings. I'd given up at 1:47 a.m. I turned off the light, closed. The curtains with a finality that hurt. Told myself it was over. Sat on the edge of the bed, stared at the wall, and let the silence swallow me. Then, headlights. 2 pale beams swept across the window, slow, deliberate, like they were searching for something lost. I froze mid-breath. No, not again. Not after I finally let go. The engine cut. Silence. Gravel crunched. Slow. Deliberate, familiar. "Hey guys," I whispered to the camera. Voice barely audible. "Spicy portion incoming. Hit subscribe." I crept to the glass, bare feet silent on the cold wood, breath fogging the pane in tiny clouds. A car idled in the driveway. Black, low, familiar, engine still ticking as it cooled. The driver's door opened. Harlan stepped out, soaked. Rain on his jacket, streaming down in rivulets that caught the moonlight like liquid silver. Salt and pepper hair dripping, strands clinging to his forehead like ink on wet paper. Gray eyes storm deep, half smile, a single droplet hung from his lashes like a tear he hadn't earned. His flannel clung to his shoulders, outlining every line of muscle I'd memorized in secret. He didn't knock, just waited. Hands in pockets. Looking up at my window like he knew. I was there, like he always knew, like the past month of absence had been a pause, not an ending. My pulse slammed against my ribs, the curtains were still closed. I hadn't moved, couldn't. I opened them. Slow. Deliberate, cold air rushed in, sharp and biting, carrying the scent of wet asphalt and pine. He looked up. Really looked. His eyes traced my face. Slow, deliberate, lingering on my lips, my throat, the damp spot on my hoodie where the cold had seeped through. Neither of us spoke at first. We didn't have to. The tension coiled, tight, electric. Every glance, every shift of his weight on the gravel, every breath that fogged in the cold. It was torture. Beautiful, exquisite torture. He stepped closer, one step. Then another. The space between us shrank to feet, then inches. I could see the rain on his jacket, the faint scar on his jaw, the pulse in his throat, faster now. His hand twitched like he wanted to reach. Didn't yet. I stepped forward, slow, asking until we were chest to chest, our bodies almost touched. I could feel the heat radiating from his skin, cutting through the cold like a blade. My breath hitched. His eyes dropped to my mouth, lingering, hungry. He reached past me for the window latch, close enough to feel his arm brush my breast, his hip against mine, the rasp of wet flannel against my hoodie. His voice dropped to a gravel whisper. I came back. Late, I whispered back, throat dry. But perfect, he smiled, slow, dangerous. Good. His fingers grazed my wrist, barely there. But electric, lingering, intentional, warm, calloused. Waiting's bold, he said. Dangerous, I corrected. His thumb traced my pulse. Slow, deliberate, counting heartbeats. I like danger, silence, the kind that breathes, the kind that begs. I tilted my head. Just enough. Come in? He didn't move. Only if you let me stay. Deal. We moved inside, choreographed. Chaos. He shut the door. The click was final. The night wrapped around us like a blanket. The heat was ours. The world outside disappeared. We lingered hours, tea cooling between our palms, moonlight sliding across the floor like spilled ink, the fairy lights flickering in rhythm with our breathing. The game started small, a spark in the dark, but every round tightened the coil, pulled us closer, unraveled us. Round one him. I drove past every night for a month. Never stopped. Parked 2 blocks away. Watched your light go off. Me. I left the porch light on every night. Never turned it off. Even when I swore I had. He laughed, low, broken. I felt it in my ribs. He leaned closer, shoulder to shoulder, round to him. I still set 2 cups out every morning. One for her. One for me, even though she's been gone 6 years. The second one's always empty, me. I started writing the black car because it reminded me of your eyes in the moonlight. I have 23 drafts, all titled Return. I read them when I couldn't sleep. His thumb stilled on my wrist. His knee brushed mine, lingered. Round 3 him. I keep her greenhouse key on my keyring. I opened the door last week. The orchids died. I sat there until dawn, me. I keep a canvas under my bed, raw red, no title. I paint on it when I can't sleep. It's you. It's always been you. I added a new stroke every night you didn't come back. He exhaled like I'd punched him. His hand slid to my thigh. Slow. Reverent. Round for him. I read your story, the one you left on the porch. Want. I read it every night. Folded it into my wallet. It's worn thin, me. I wrote it the night you left. I watched you drive away and imagined you coming back. I left it there hoping you'd find it. His eyes darkened. The hoodie slipped off my shoulder. He didn't look away, traced the line with his gaze. Round 5 him. I still have her wedding ring, in a tin under the floorboard. I took it out tonight. Left it on the dash. Didn't need it anymore. Me. I stole your flannel from the line last month. It's under my pillow. I sleep with it when I miss you. It still smells like sawdust and coffee. He closed his eyes. When he opened them, they were storm deep. His hand tightened on my thigh, possessive. Round 6 him. I almost came back the day you turned 17. You were writing on the porch? I stopped myself. Told myself you were still too young. I was wrong. Me. I knew. I waited. I counted the days until I wasn't. I wrote your name in the margin of every page. The air crackled. He leaned in, stopped. 1 inch away, breath mingling. Round 7 him. I keep a photo of you in my wallet. From the block party. You're laughing at something I said. I looked at it every mile I drove away. It's creased down the middle. Me. I have a voice memo of you saying my name when you handed me the hammer. I played it every night you were gone. I know it by heart. His breath hitched. The hoodie fell to the floor. He didn't move to pick it up. His hand followed the fabric down. Round 8 him. I came back tonight to tell you I'm not leaving again. Sold the house. Starting over. Here, with you, me, with this. With me, finally, he nodded. Once, his hand slid to my waist. Anchored. Round 9 him. I'm terrified you'll send me away. That I waited too long, me. I'm terrified you'll leave again. That this is a dream I'll wake up from. We stared. The game had teeth. The space between us was gone, bodies pressed, hearts racing. Round 10, final hymn. Truth, I love you. Have for 2 years. Didn't know how to come back until the road ran out and your light went dark. Me. Truth, I love you. Wrote it in every story. Painted it in every red stroke. Waited for you to come back, even when I said I wouldn't. Silence. Then kiss. Slow, deep, unforgiving, like we'd been starving. The tea went cold. The hoodie stayed on the floor. The porch light stayed off. We didn't care. Headlights were off. The night was deep. We stood in the doorway, lingering, breathless. Hands still tangled. Lips still swollen. Foreheads pressed together. He brushed a tear from my cheek. Slow. Reverent. I came back, Sarah. I leaned in, just enough. Good. Let it stay. Sarah winks at the camera. Fairy lights blazing, the driveway still warm. The porch light finally on. The night stretching on like a story that finally found its ending, and a beginning. And that's how stopping waiting became everything. Seabrook's got a way of making nights spark, doesn't it? Like subscribe, ring the bell, just turned 18, just got returned.